Hey there, sis. It's Mary. I haven't heard from you in a while. How are you? Hey, Karen. Oh no, are you ignoring me? Mary, what do you want? I'm not feeling too well right now. If it's not urgent, can we talk later? What, do you have a cold? I don't have a cold. What, are you lying then? No, I'm not. I'm tired. Can we just call it a day? No. I'm your only little sister. Why don't you at least give me some time to chat with you? I don't have a sister. Ooh, I haven't felt that attitude of frozenness for a long time, but I never give up. You haven't gotten over that annoying attitude. You're so cold to say that. I'm texting you today because I have something important to tell you. I never wanted anything to do with you again. What do you want now? Come on, I'm going to hate you again if you're being so icy. I'll be as icy as I can if you would hate me for it. I mean, what kind of nerve did you have to contact me? You didn't forget what you did you? What was it? You're a jerk. Goodbye. Wait, I remember exactly what I did. I stole your boyfriend, right? That was 2 years ago. You should drop it. I should drop it? You're the one who stole my boyfriend, so you have no right to say that. You always wanted to take everything that belonged to me. But I couldn't stand to have my boyfriend taken from me, so I warned you. But you wouldn't listen to me no matter what I said. That's why I tried not to let you see my boyfriend whenever I had one. But you would try every possible way to find out if I had a boyfriend. And 2 years ago, you even took away the boyfriend I was thinking of marrying to. I'm not going to forgive you. And I told you I'd cut you off as sisters. Don't get all prissy with me about the past. You're going to get wrinkles. Oh, I'm getting a headache. I'm blocking you. Bye. Wait, actually, I'm texting you today with 2 announcements. Announcements? I don't really care. It's terrible that you don't care. I'm going to cry. Why do you act like that only in front of guys? It's just irritating and doesn't mean anything when you do it in front of me. I mean, how did you get my contact information anyway? I changed my phone, my number, my account. That's easy. You're just careless, Karen. What? What do you mean? I asked Dad for a little help, and he told me. I cried and begged, saying I really wanted to apologize to you, and Dad gave in. Dad, again? You were just acting out your crying, right? You're right. I can always fool Dad, but it never works with you. I made sure Mom and Dad didn't tell you. Mom didn't tell me, though. I knew dads are indulgent with their daughters. Dad has always had a soft spot for you. I don't blame him. I knew you'd use any means to get my contact information anyway. So, what are the announcements? Oh yeah, I'm getting married. Oh, congratulations. That's all? Well, is it not enough? Should I also add I wish you happiness? No, come on, you're not being honest. I didn't ask for your blessing. Express your frustration in words. Well, I'm not frustrated. Of course you're frustrated, because I'm getting married before you are. If your little sister gets married before you do, don't you get all frustrated? I don't think older sisters should get married first. Like I said before, I don't consider you my sister in the first place. I don't give a shit about marriage announcement from people I don't care about as much as other people I pass in the neighborhood. Actually, this is not the case. You're definitely going to contact me. Why would I contact you? Because the man I'm marrying to is your current boyfriend. Oh, you mean James? The guy you stole from me 2 years ago? After dating for 2 years, it's not surprising that you're getting married. James is my ex and I don't care about him at all, so be my guest. It's not James. That thing didn't even last 3 months. 3 months? You stole him from me, remember? It couldn't be helped. I get bored of stuff as soon as they become mine. Don't make it sound like men are things. It's fun and thrilling to steal something from you, but once I have it, it's not so exciting anymore. You're such an asshole, so why does this have to do with me? Oh, you haven't noticed yet? You're so insensitive, aren't you, Karen? I'll give you a hint. This man lives in Parkview apartment and he's tall and wearing glasses and... What? No way. Yes, that's right. I'm dating your fiancé, Alex. I'm sorry I stole your stuff again. Is it true? If it was a lie, I wouldn't have contacted you like this. Like James, your boyfriends have always been high spec, right? That's why I decided to get your boyfriend to marry me. What? Then why didn't you marry James? Because James and I didn't last long. I thought marriage wasn't for me yet, considering my age. But this time, there's a reason why I have to get married. Reason? What do you mean? You'll be surprised. Here's my second announcement. I'm 4 months pregnant. Sorry, Karen, I'm having a baby, and it's your fiancé's. I'm sorry, I'm marrying first and becoming a mom first. What? You're pregnant? Really? Yup. Are you shocked? But this is the reality, so take it in stride. I see. That's why I want you to break up with your boyfriend. I mean, breaking up with him is the only option. Yeah, if you're having a baby, I don't have a choice. Are you sure? You're not mad? Yeah, I'm fine. It was all so easy. It was a bit of a disappointment. Well, it's not the baby's fault, so you should be happy. You're giving me your blessing? Thank you. Yeah. Can I ask you something? What? How did you meet him? Well, about a year ago, I was just hanging around town and I saw you. I had nothing to do at the time, so I followed you. You followed me? Calm down. I thought you would notice right away and it was just for fun. But you didn't notice me at all and went into Parkview apartment. I followed you inside. Then you pressed the front door intercom at one of the rooms. I kept looking at you from behind a pillar, and to my surprise, a handsome guy came out from inside. You were talking with him in a friendly tone for a while. But why did you think he was my fiancé? I looked closer and saw that you were wearing a ring on your left ring finger. Oh. I thought that means he must be your fiancé, so I made sure you were out of the apartment, and then I went to his room. What? I'm a proactive person. He was such a tall, handsome guy, so I couldn't help myself. I introduced myself as Karen's sister, and he immediately exchanged contact information with me. We promised to go on a date, and then we became close friends. I see. It's a crime to be beautiful, isn't it? Even though he had a fiancé, he fell for me so easily. The guys who become your boyfriend are all really nice people. They're all very kind and they listen to everything I say. Well, that's great. So this is a bit sudden, but we're having our wedding next week. I was wondering if you could come too? Huh? Next week? It's too sudden. I wasn't sure if I should invite you or not. I didn't know your home address, so I couldn't even send you the invitation. But Mom and Dad are both mad at me for stealing your boyfriend last time. They said they won't attend my wedding. It would look weird if none of my relatives were there, so I thought I had no choice but to invite you. Oh, so you had no choice but to invite me for the sake of appearances. No, that's not it. I really want you to come. You're an important family of mine. I want to show you my big day. Okay. But I'm sorry, I don't think I can go to your wedding. Why? Because I just can't. Are you mad at me for taking away your fiancé? I don't really care about that, but I can't go anyway. It's your only sister's wedding. I told you before I don't have a sister. You're talking about that again? You're persistent, Karen. Just make sure you come. If you don't, I'll never forgive you. I don't need your forgiveness. No. I'll make sure you'll be there. You're coming, right, Karen? I knew you'd be mad at me. If that's the case, I'm just going to go ahead and arrange your seat. I hope you'll be disappointed to see Alex and I looking so happy. Where are you, Karen? Everyone's already here. I thought the notifications were so loud. It was you. What do you want? I don't really want to be on my phone right now. You didn't forget, did you? What? Today is my wedding. It's your cute little sister's big day. Oh, I sort of remember you talking about that. I just told you a week ago. Karen, you are coming, aren't you? I told you I'm not going to your wedding. I told you to come for sure. I just can't. Where are you? Just come over right now. I told you I wouldn't go, didn't I? I mean, I physically can't go. What? What do you mean physically? Actually, I'm at the OBGYN right now. OBGYN? Why? Because I just had a baby. What? Of course, my man is with me. Your man, meaning your fiancé? Well, technically, he's my husband now that we're registered. What? What do you mean? You're married? Yep. I didn't know that. I didn't tell you because you didn't ask me. What's that? That's impossible. I mean, who's the guy? Your fiancé is about to get married to me, you know. You mean you got a new boyfriend right away? No, I didn't break up with my boyfriend. We got married and had our first child together. I don't understand at all. What's going on? Then who's this guy next to me? Are you saying he's not your fiancé? To put it simply, you're getting married to someone you think is my boyfriend. What? What's that? That can't be true. What are you saying? Are you crying sour grapes? You have a record of stealing my boyfriends, so I was surprised when you first told me, but then I heard the description of this man and I realized. The description? You said Alex was tall and he wore glasses, but my Alex is shorter than an average man, and he has good eyesight, so he never wears glasses. That's a lie. I can't believe it. Then tell me the full name of the man you're going to marry to. Full name? It's Alex Smith, right? I knew it. It's not him. The man I'm married to is Alex Simmons. It's the same name, but the last names are different? Wait, I'm getting confused. Please explain what you mean. Well, calm down and listen to me. It's just a coincidence that they have the same name. They've known each other since kindergarten, and they've been friends after they grew up. They were sharing an apartment for a few years because Alex Smith asked the other Alex to. You mean they lived together in Park View apartment? That's right. Well, my husband Alex, he moved out as soon as he decided to marry me. Then why did you show up at the apartment that day? I had something to deliver to Alex, my fiancé at the time. But he wasn't home, so I gave it to the other Alex and left. Wait, what's that? I was surprised when I heard the name of the apartment from you, but when I heard that he was tall, I immediately realized that you were talking about the other Alex. Oh no, why didn't you tell me sooner? I had no obligation to tell you, and since you're pregnant, you had no choice but to marry him, right? And Alex, who's next to you right now, has been wanting to get married for a while. That's why I said I wished you happiness. No way. I was so happy because I thought I won. Well, this is not a game with a winner and loser. Wait, I don't know anything about Alex. What? I was so relieved that he's your boyfriend. I didn't know what he does for a living, or you're getting married to a man you don't know anything about? Hey, what does Alex do? Why don't you just ask him? I can't ask him now. He seems to be a freelancer. A freelancer? He hasn't had a regular job since he graduated from college. No way. He seems so serious. I thought he was a regular employee. Well, I don't know the details either, but it looks like he's been working part-time since he failed at job hunting. So he lives on a part-time job? No, apparently he only works 2 or 3 times a week. I don't think it's possible for him to live on that. Huh? But he bought presents for me, and he paid for me when we dined out. He didn't seem to be in need of money. I'm sure he has other jobs. All I know is, I know he loves horse racing. Horse racing is gambling. I wonder if he bought you meals when he made money gambling. It's just my guess. I don't want that. We're about to have a baby, and I'm marrying a freelancer who likes to gamble? It's your fault that you didn't care to check on that. I thought I had nothing to worry about because he's your boyfriend. And I was so preoccupied with the baby. What should I do? What's going to happen to me now? I can only see a bleak future. Don't worry. Think positively. According to my husband, your Alex gambles, but he doesn't cheat on his girlfriend. He doesn't work, but he does the housework. Does that mean I have to support him? That might happen. I don't want that. Karen, help me, please. This is too much for me on my wedding day. Well, it's the life you chose on your own. I just finished giving birth, so I can't do anything for you. Well, even if I could, I wouldn't help you. Hey, what's your husband like? What does he do? Huh? He runs his own company. What's that? You mean he's the president of the company? That's right. Karen, that's not fair. Excuse me? You got married before I did, and your husband is running a company. You even had a baby before I did. I thought I was better than you in every way, but I've lost everything to you. Well, I'm not trying to compete with you, Mary. Even though you got things wrong, you're lucky you ended up marrying a good-looking guy. No matter how good-looking he is, if he's a freelancer who likes to gamble, he's not high-spec at all. Hey, Karen, want to trade husbands? Huh? It's not fair that you're the only one who's happy. Mary, stop it. You're going to be a mother now. I'm not sure if I can live my life with him. You're the wife of the president and you have money to spare, don't you? I quit my job when I got pregnant and my savings are almost gone. Will you support me financially after my baby is born? No thanks. You're on your own. I'm sorry for everything I've done. I'm not going to steal your boyfriend anymore. Please, help me this one time. That's the first time you've ever said you're sorry. Will you help me then? Of course not. I'm not going to forgive you for the rest of my life. This time it was the wrong guy, but you tried to take my boyfriend away again. 2 years ago, you didn't just try to steal my boyfriend, but you actually did. How can I forgive you? I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry for what I did this time and what I did 2 years ago. So please, help me. I won't. Oh, it's almost time for me to breastfeed, so I'm going to turn off my phone. I wish you all the best. Karen, wait a minute. Please. This is how Mary learned the identity of her marriage partner right before her wedding. She had a gloomy expression on her face throughout the wedding, and it seems that getting divorced crossed her mind, but since she was already pregnant, it was not an easy separation. At any rate, she had a safe delivery. She is frustrated by the fact that her partner does not work diligently, and she is living an anxious life. On the other hand, I am spending peaceful and happy days with my loving husband and cute son. I have been frustrated by the fact that my sister kept stealing my boyfriends, but if I think about the fact that I met my current husband thanks to her, maybe I should be a little grateful to her.
Grace, it had been a long time since we had seen each other today. It sure had. I haven't seen you for more than 10 years. I didn't expect to bump into you on the streets. I'm glad to see you are well. Me too. I was surprised to run into you, but I was even more surprised to see that you are married. Really? I thought you were single like me. I've never had any particular desire to get married. I just happened to meet the right person. I envy you. And what's more, you're married and you didn't even tell me, your sister. You're so distant. You didn't even invite me to your wedding. We didn't have a wedding. My husband was busy with his work, so we just registered the marriage. But you should have at least told me you were married. I didn't think it was necessary to tell you. Why not? Because you never seemed interested in me. If anything, I annoyed you. It's true that we didn't seem to be that close as sisters. Or maybe it was more like we were on bad terms. That's what I thought. Even though we're chatting like this now, we weren't as close in the past, were we? But now that you're married, it's a different story. As a sister, I have to congratulate you. Thank you. By the way, what's your husband like? Huh? You know, tall or short, his age, what kind of work he does? I guess he's on the tall side. He's the same age as me. He's a doctor. You don't say! Huh? Is he handsome? Well, I guess he's one of the good-looking ones, but... I knew it. Why do you ask that? Your husband is a super catch. I wouldn't go that far. He's handsome, tall, and a doctor, right? He's way too good. Huh? Hey, let me meet your husband sometime. Why all of a sudden? Introduce me to your husband. What? What? You don't want me to meet him? I'm your sister. I'm sorry, but I don't really want you to meet him. Why not? You're the one who got in the way every time I had a boyfriend. I got in the way? Yes, you did. Ever since we were in school. You were bad-mouthing me to my boyfriends. You tried to get them to break up with me. Is that what happened? We never actually broke up, but you would spread rumors about me. It was very stressful. I don't remember that. Don't tell me you don't remember. I don't remember something that long ago. I won't let you be the only one that is happy. That's what you always used to say. You always tried to break up the relationship between me and my boyfriend. That's why I don't want you to meet my husband. You know what? There's no need to dredge up the past. Besides, I'm almost 40. I'm an adult. Don't worry about that. I know. Can I go over to your place next week? Huh? You and your husband are off on work Sunday, right? I really want to meet him. Next week's no good. Why not? I won't say anything bad about you anymore. My husband and I won't be home next week. We're going on a trip. Just you and your husband?
Yeah,
Where are you going?
Alaska.
Then I'll go with you.
You will?
I'll take a day off too, and I'll go with you.
What are you talking about?
3 is more exciting than 2, right? I've never been to Alaska. Alaska is big and rich in nature, right? I'm looking forward to it.
Wait a minute. Why are you coming along on a married couple's trip?
Oh, so I can't?
Of course not.
Oh, you're no fun. It's not fair that you get to have your high-class husband all to yourself.
I told you, this is a married couple's trip.
We're sisters. We can at least go sightseeing together.
You're just trying to get in the way, aren't you?
I'm not trying to get in your way.
I don't trust you.
You're not a very nice sister.
I can't help it. I can't forget what you did to me in the past. Besides, you and my husband don't even know each other. He'd be annoyed if you just showed up.
How about we meet there?
What?
Instead of going together from the beginning, let's just pretend to meet there by chance.
That's no good either. Don't cause any trouble.
It's not fair. We are sisters, but you are the only one who is happy. I'm still single and living alone.
Then why don't you find someone to marry too?
Even if you say so, it's hard for me to meet someone. Most of my friends around me are married. They don't invite me to parties anymore. Men used to come up to me when I was walking alone on the street. But now, no one will come up to me.
Why don't you try going to marriage activity parties?
What's with that condescending tone? Are you making fun of me for being single?
I'm not making fun of you. If you want to get married, you shouldn't just wait to meet someone.
But still, I can't believe you found such a great guy. You never know, do you? I don't understand why he fell in love with you.
He says he likes my face.
That's just flattery.
You don't get married on flattery.
He's a doctor and he's tall and handsome. He's too good for you.
So, good luck finding someone good, sister.
By the way, when are you going on your trip next week?
I'm not telling you.
Come on, tell me. I'll see you off at the airport.
You don't have to do that.
This is your last chance to cop that attitude.
What?
Oh, nothing. Have a good trip.
Thank you. Well, I'd better get started on dinner. See you later.
Grace, guess where I am now?
Huh, sis?
Actually, I'm in Alaska.
Oh, don't tell me.
I took a paid vacation to accommodate your travel schedule. I'm not going to let you be the only one to have a good time, you know.
How did you know when I was going on my trip? How did you get that information?
I asked Dad.
What? I'm sure I reminded Mom and Dad not to tell you anything.
You're so naive. I told Dad I had to take you to the airport on short notice. He told me on the spot.
I see. Alaska is a pretty big place. I'm sure I won't be seeing you here. So you just enjoy your trip.
You think you're so smart, don't you?
Huh?
Hey, you must be pretty frantic by now.
Why?
Because I'm the one who successfully hijacked the honeymoon. I got your husband.
Huh?
Your handsome husband is too good for you. I was waiting at the airport so that I could steal him away from you.
Oh damn, you're a stalker.
Poor Grace. As soon as he got to the airport, I took your husband away from you. You're alone in a hotel right now, right?
What are you talking about?
At first, I didn't have any intention to take him away from you, you know? I was just curious about what your husband looked like. I was watching you from a distance, but once I saw him up close, I felt like I was destined to be with him, and from that moment on, I couldn't stop loving him. It seemed he felt the same way. We went to the hotel I had booked and we did the deed. I'm sorry I took away your honeymoon and your husband. I just had to have him no matter what.
You know,
he's marrying me, so you get the hell out and get a divorce.
Oh, is that so? Rest assured, I'm not gonna fall for any of your bullshit.
Huh?
If it's my husband, he's right next to me.
What are you talking about? He's with me.
Yeah, I'm going to dinner with my husband now. If you want to get married, go ahead.
I know you're frustrated that I took your husband away from you, but why didn't you tell a better lie? A honeymoon by yourself is just a waste of time.
No, I'm not alone. It's not my honeymoon.
Huh?
It's our 10th wedding anniversary.
10th anniversary?
That's right.
Then I feel even worse for you. You were together for 10 years, but he was so easily taken away by me.
Oh God.
We just got our marriage certificates. I'm going to submit the papers to City Hall as soon as you guys get a divorce. I'm surprised that it was a short-lived marriage. I felt love for him and we've already made love. There's no turning back now. Just give up on him and get a divorce.
Sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. I'll end it here.
Grace must be crying tears of regret right now. I'll enjoy your share of the happiness, so forgive me.
Okay. Goodbye.
Great job, Grace. You divorced him as soon as you came back from your trip, didn't you? Well, it was supposed to be an anniversary trip, but it turned into a heartbreak trip. That's right, you divorced as soon as possible. But thank God. Thanks to you, we got married. I'm so lucky to have a sister who loves me. He says he's happy to marry a beautiful woman too. We're going to be happy. You'll regret it for the rest of your life that you dug your own grave by choosing a guy way out of your league. Low income, low educated men are the best for you. Hey Grace, are you so frustrated that you can't even reply? I'll be inviting you to my wedding soon. Please look forward to it. Grace, everything was all screwed up.
What's wrong, sis?
I'll return him after all. I don't care if I have to pay compensation. Just let me get divorced.
What? What's going on all of a sudden?
What's so high class about him?
What?
You said your husband was a doctor, right?
Yes, but...
Liar! He was just a businessman working for an exploitative company.
Exploitative company?
He works from early in the morning till late at night for a meager salary. He goes out drinking with colleagues every night, saying it's work-related. His boss calls him out on his days off as well. We're newlyweds, but we don't have much time to spend together.
Wow, that's tough.
Don't make it sound like it's someone else's problem. And as soon as we got married, we had to move in with my in-laws. My mother-in-law has been bullying me from the very beginning. She made me quit my job to become a full-time housewife. I was told not to leave the house except to go shopping, and I'm under constant surveillance. My father-in-law pretends he doesn't see anything, and he prods me saying that it's my duty as a wife to obey my mother-in-law. Even if I ask my husband for help, he's hardly ever home because he works for an unscrupulous company. Why do I have to go through this?
What a disaster, huh? But why are you talking about giving me my husband back?
Of course, I'm giving him back. He was originally your husband.
What? Who are you talking about?
Huh?
Because my husband is a doctor who works at a hospital, not a sweatshop. Your husband and my husband are different people.
Huh? That can't be true. Because I took your husband away from you on vacation.
How can you say that you stole my husband in the first place?
Because I saw you with a handsome man at the airport. I saw you with my own eyes. If he wasn't your husband, then who was he? And when he was away from you, I approached him. I asked him to come on a trip with me. He took me up on the offer right away.
Ah, I kind of see where this is going. Listen, I need you to calm down.
What?
That's a friend of my husband's.
A friend?
Yes, a friend from school.
Huh?
I see. You mistook my husband's friend for my husband. It's true, his friend is handsome too.
Wait a minute, why was his friend traveling with you?
We weren't traveling together. He was in Alaska on a business trip. So we decided to meet up since he was there. The three of us had coffee at the airport. You saw him and me. When you saw us, I think my husband had gone to the restroom.
Oh no, you mean I had the wrong guy?
That's what I'm thinking.
You've got to be kidding me. If that's the case, we should get a divorce right away.
But you like him, don't you? You're lucky you married the handsome man of your dreams.
Don't be silly. What I wanted was your husband. No matter how handsome he is, I can't stay married to a man who works for a bad company and has parents that bully his wife.
Even if you say so, you're the one who started this.
Then will you trade me your husband?
Huh?
I want a good husband too. You've been with him for 10 years. It's time you gave him to me.
Are you stupid, sis?
Even if we get divorced now, I'll be 40 years old. It's not easy to find a new husband. If I trade him for your husband, it'll be a quick and easy way to make me happy.
I can't talk to you any longer. My husband will be home soon. Take care.
Wait, Grace.
I'm sorry, but could you not contact me anymore? I don't want to have anything to do with a sister who always tries to get in the way of my happiness.
Grace? Grace, is now a good time? I have something I want to discuss with you. Please listen to me. Hey, Grace.
What is it? I told you not to contact me anymore.
I have a favor to ask you.
If you're asking me to trade husbands or something, I'm not interested.
It's not that. I need your help.
You need help?
I can't stand living with my in-laws. I asked my husband for a divorce, but he got mad and said you're the one who seduced me. He wouldn't give me a divorce at all.
Well, you were the one who made the first move, weren't you?
On the contrary, he told his parents that I wanted a divorce. They started keeping even a closer watch on me.
Oh my.
That's why I'm trying to get out of this house.
You mean just leaving without telling them?
Yes. Mom and Dad live far away, and I don't have anywhere to go when I leave. So I'm asking you to hide me at your house.
What?
Wouldn't that be nice? Your husband is a doctor and he makes a lot of money. You have a big house, right? So just me living there is okay, isn't it?
I don't want to do that.
Why not? Your sister is in trouble and you won't help her?
On the contrary, why should I help my sister? Even though it ended as just an attempt, you tried to steal my husband. It's also insane to secretly follow your sister and her husband on their trip. The folks also said they're going to cut ties with you.
Oh, no way! Then what am I supposed to do?
I don't know.
You want me to be homeless?
Why don't you just rent an apartment?
They made me quit my job. I don't have money to rent an apartment.
Why don't you get another job?
I can't get another job at my age.
You can't get a full-time job, but you can get a part-time one. Anyway, don't come looking to me for help.
But you're the only person I can rely on. When I bragged that I stole my sister's husband, all my friends left me.
I don't care about that. Pity yourself, you fool.
Hey, please help me. I won't do it again. I'll never think of taking your husband away from you again. So help me get a divorce. Just let me live in your house for a little while.
Since you don't seem to understand, let me tell you something, sister. There are certain things in life that you only have one shot at. Sometimes you lose your credit, you never get it back. You know, I think you've always been a little annoyed with me. I was a fool to think for even a moment that we can reconcile as adults.
Don't say that. We've only got each other.
You're the one who tried to steal your sister's husband, aren't you? You had it all coming. Well then, I have a date with my husband.
It's not fair that you are the only one. You get a high-spec husband. You've been married for 10 years and you're still in love with your husband. Share a little happiness with me too.
So don't depend on me anymore. You've got to work hard yourself to get happiness.
I tried, but I couldn't find happiness. Even now, I'm trying to divorce my husband.
You're trying in the wrong way. Could you just stop bothering me from now on?
Then lend me money.
Huh?
If you won't let me live in your house, lend me the money to rent an apartment.
I don't want to. I told you not to depend on me.
I'll work and pay you back.
Bye, sis.
Wait, Grace. I'm sorry. Please help me.
After that, my sister tried to escape from her parents-in-law's house. But her husband and mother-in-law found her and took her back immediately. Then she begged her husband to leave her, but the divorce was never granted. She seems to be spending her life as a housewife, half a slave, while enduring bullying and constant surveillance. On the other hand, after my sister's fiasco, I moved out just to be safe. My vindictive sister seemed to have found out my whereabouts, so I had to prevent her from attacking me. My husband is very busy at work. He takes me on petite trips on his days off. He also values our time together as a couple. I would like to continue to spend time with my husband, whom I love very much, and to get along well with him.
Hey, Hillary! Did Dad tell you? I can't stop laughing. Michelle, I'm busy working overtime right now. What's the story? Are you still working? That doesn't mean anything to you anymore. What do you mean? What? You really don't know? Dad doesn't want you to take over his CEO position anymore. Oh, I heard about that. What about it? You're really frustrated, aren't you? Why are you acting so tough? It's not like that. But how can you not be frustrated? We're stepsisters who became a family when our parents remarried. I'm the one who's related to Dad by blood. I'll be taking over his position, right? Huh? You are 4 years older than me and the eldest daughter. But it's too unfair to steal my future like that. Besides, I'm prettier and more talented. I've contributed to the company as an executive since I started working. But you are still a section manager who works overtime daily to show off her hard work. I know you are trying hard to get her father's approval, but it's all in vain. I'm the one who deserves to take over the company because I am his real daughter. Dad finally understands that. Huh? Michelle, what are you talking about? It's true that I was removed as a candidate, but that doesn't mean you can be the CEO. Why don't you talk to Dad? Who else besides me? We are the only kids. We're both single, so one of us should take over. Are you trying to bully me because you cannot become the CEO? That's not what I meant. Ha! Oh well. You're going to the barbecue party this weekend, right? Yeah. It's a company get-together, right? Yeah. Dad will be there too. My guess is that he will have an announcement there. It's going to be a big party with board members, department heads, and their families. I'll let everyone know that I'm a better choice for the CEO. I can't wait. I don't think you should decide what Dad will do. Shut up! Dad asked you to set up the party, right? Yeah, I'll go shopping tomorrow. If there's anything you want, let me know. You're miserable. Why? I mean, he wouldn't ask the next CEO to set up the party. It's not a job for a section chief either. In other words, Dad thinks you're at the bottom of the pile. He treats you like a slave, not like his successor. That's not true. He trusts me and relies on me. I don't know. Well, we'll see. I'm going to wear a fancy dress. What about you? I'll wear something easy to move around. Oh, wow. Well, that's reasonable. You're just a woman with no ability who was dropped as a candidate for CEO, right? I win! I don't know what you want. I'm going back to work. Bye. Hey, wow! Oh my God, Hillary. I don't care if you're sad, but what's with the jeans and hoodie? It's a barbecue party hosted by our father, you know. The board of directors and all other superiors will be there. And the president of Company A will be here too. Company A is the biggest company in our industry. You don't know anything about TPO, do you? That's why Dad chose me as his successor. You might get dirty today while grilling meat, washing dishes, and doing other things. That's why you shouldn't wear something fancy like a dress. You don't understand, do you? An event like today is a rare chance to get to know the celebrities. Oh, I see. That's right. You are aware of your role in all this. My role? Yes! You are one of the servers today. I'll make sure the party goes smoothly as Dad asked me, but I don't think I will be a server. Then you'll be my exclusive server. What? That's all you can do, right? You need to take care of and entertain the employees, so you'd better listen to my orders. You should take care of your food. Huh? I'm going to refill the drinks, so if you'll excuse me. Huh? Hey, don't ignore me even though you're my server. You're such a loser. Hurry up and listen to me. Hey, Hillary. I was wondering where you were. Why are you chatting with the president of Company A? You should know your place. Don't you dare flirt with him. I should be the one who can talk to him, not you. He has a good impression of me after some drinks. Don't interrupt us. Get out of my way now. That's a good one. I'm seriously laughing so hard. Michelle, don't you have anything else to say? I'm sorry I spilled my drink on you in front of him. My hand slipped. Your hand slipped? You did it on purpose, didn't you? I didn't do it on purpose. I saw a creepy loser flirting with the president of Company A. I was so disgusted that my hand slipped. I was just talking to him because he wanted to talk to me. Huh? That can't be true. You should just go home. You're going to be in trouble later. What? You're the one who's going to be in trouble. Don't you know what's going to happen after this? Dad said there was a surprise at the end. That's definitely an announcement that I'm going to be the next CEO of the company, right? Could it be that the president of Company A will also make an announcement? I guess the way I offered some drinks earlier was effective. So happy. Huh? He's been fidgety for a while. He was looking at me with passionate eyes. He's a handsome guy, and even though he's only in his 20s, he's a competent president. He'll be the perfect partner for me. Huh? Do you have a flower garden in your head? Poor old hag. No one will give you a second look. Dad dismissed you. The president won't even choose you. Oh, that's right. When I become a CEO, I'll fire you. Do you think you can do that? Of course. My orders are absolute. If you get fired, I bet you'll have a miserable life. No one will take a single loser over 30 years old. I hope you will have a somewhat happy life all by yourself. Come to think of it, your birth mother was also a single mother. She was on the street after her husband divorced her, right? She's now living a celebrity life thanks to my dad. But she's just a poor, incompetent old hag, right? I've been calling that woman my mother because of my father. But when I become the CEO, I'll kick you and her out of the house. I'm sure Dad will agree with me. I can't listen to this anymore. Suit yourself. Where are you going? I'm going to change. I don't want to look like a dork in my wet hoodie for my presentation later. You don't look good no matter what you wear. You're wasting your time. Why the hell? What was that? Is Dad's company merging with Company A? What the hell is going on? It's not a merger. It's an absorption. Dad will retire. All the employees will be transferred to Company A's divisions. They bought Dad's company. I don't care about those details. The point is, I can't be the CEO. That's right. Why didn't you tell me that? The others weren't surprised at all, so they must have known ahead of time. I was so excited you were eliminated as a successor, and I would be the CEO. I was the only one left out. I think Dad had told you. You either didn't hear things or you didn't want to. You tend to forget things immediately after hearing them, isn't that it? What? You said it was a surprise, so I was expecting it. I was betrayed. The surprise was the other announcement. I don't like that either. Why are you engaged to the president of Company A? It was a sign of friendship between the two companies. In short, a political marriage. I thought he announced it earlier. Did the flower gardeners not understand? It didn't look like a political marriage. He was all over you. He told everyone that you were his fiancée. I'll make her happy. What a surprise. It was like a wedding. At first, he and I both thought it was going to be a political marriage. But as we got to know each other, we realized that we were surprisingly similar. Before I knew it, it turned out to be true love. What true love? I'm the one he really loves. Because earlier, he was looking at me with passionate eyes. He must have realized that I'm prettier, younger, and more capable than you. The engagement announcement was actually scheduled for another month or so. Huh? But since you've been so blatantly trying to get him, and what's wrong with that? There's no woman more suitable for his wife. He can't have alcoholic drinks. What? But you insisted. You poured some whiskey into his iced tea without permission. He would have been carried off in an ambulance if I didn't notice. What? I thought he was having some whiskey. I would have expected that at least it wasn't an alcoholic beverage. I thought he really liked me. Your behavior put him in danger. Your outrageous behavior toward me. To top it all off, you insulted my mother. Considering all of these, we moved up the date of our engagement. What is that? That's crazy. What does this have to do with the engagement announcement? I'm here to break it off with you. Huh? His mother is a single mother too. She's a wonderful person who helped him through college after divorcing her husband. He wanted to make his mother's life easier, so he started Company A. And now, it's one of the biggest companies in the industry. He couldn't tolerate you insulting my mother, who was in a similar situation. But he looked at me with passion. He was angry at you. Not passionate eyes, but angry eyes. Oh no! And you know how much Dad loves our mother? He's furious. It doesn't matter that you are his daughter by blood. No way! I mean, did you show him these messages? Of course. I needed to do this to move up the engagement announcement. I'd have to have a good reason for it. Oh no! Once we're married, I'm cutting off your family ties. I'll allow you to transfer to Company A, but you'll have to start over. You're going to go that far? I'm an executive at Dad's company. Starting from the bottom is just too much. You didn't even contribute to Dad's company. I mean, maybe the company would have been better off without you. Huh? What is that? My fault? You know, our business is so bad that it was absorbed by Company A, don't you? Well, I didn't hear anything about it not doing well. There you are again. What? What do you mean? Speak up. You were a board member, but you didn't do anything. You didn't even think about what you could do for the company. Having you at the top is just a waste. I heard that you never listened to Dad. Dad showed you mercy because you were his daughter, but now he's lost patience with you and wants you to start over alone. You should be thankful he didn't fire you. Oh no! Do I have to do chores? I'm not going to do that kind of bottom-feeding job. I'm the kind of person who has to be the president. Then you have to start your own business, don't you? You're smart sometimes. Then give me some money. What? I don't want to. Why not? I need capital to start a business, so you should lend me some. If you're going to marry the president of Company A, you can afford to do that. Even if I had the money, I wouldn't lend it to you. I told you I'm getting rid of you in the first place. What? Stingy? Say what you want. I won't allow you to do whatever you want. If he is taken, I'll just move on to the next one. Next? The son of our executive director. He's the president of a venture company. The son of the director? Right. Yeah, I don't think so. What? Why not? You had some pork ribs today, right? Oh, that one? That was disgusting. The executive director's son prepped the ribs. Huh? Employees' families were allowed to attend, so the executive director's son was there too. He wanted to bring something everyone could enjoy. The pork ribs were his specialty. He told me that someone in a fancy dress told everyone how disgusting the rib was. I think it was you. We were all dressed casually today for the outdoor barbecue party. You were the only one dressed like that. Well, he even saw you pouring a drink on me. I don't think he would be interested in such a woman. What? Before you look for a partner, you should think about your immediate life, don't you? Hey, Hillary, I'm sorry. I apologize. Can you lend me some money? Huh? I don't want to. I told you no before. Don't say that again. I quit my job, got kicked out of my parents' house, and can't rely on anyone. I have no money. I'll have no choice but to become homeless. You used to be an executive. You must have made some money, right? Didn't you save any money? I wouldn't expect Dad's company to disappear. I used my credit card to make purchases. I couldn't pay my bills and they stopped my credit card. Well, you deserve it. Oh no! You turned down the offer to transfer to Company A. You should be responsible for how you make a living. You marry the president of Company A, then you become a section chief? It would be too hard to work for you guys, wouldn't it? I absolutely hate that. Then you'll have to work somewhere else. You're young, you can do it. You know, I went to a few interviews. They all said I'd start from the bottom. I was an executive. That's no way to treat me. I turned down those rude companies. I see. I don't think you'll ever get a job then. Think about it. Which is better? Being homeless or starting your new career? Well, I'm about to have dinner with my husband. I've cut ties with you, so don't contact me again. Wait a minute, Hillary? I'll block you. Okay, bye. I blocked Michelle's number. My parents were the same way, and they also refused to help. Michelle started working because she didn't want to be homeless. However, she didn't change her attitude, and she resigned in less than a week after being scolded daily by a younger boss. I don't know what happened to her after that. I am working hard as a section chief at Company A, supporting my husband. I'm happy that I didn't take over my father's company because I can spend more time with my family. I am glad that it has settled down in this way.
Ray, are you working late again today? What about dinner?
Huh? Stop bugging me. I told you not to call me at work.
Sorry about that. But for the past week, you've been working late without calling me. You come home late by taxi and tell me you don't need dinner. And when I didn't make it, you came home and yelled at me that you were hungry. I know you're busy at work, but I don't want you to do that. I want you to call me and let me know if you need dinner and what time you'll be home.
How the hell am I supposed to know that? It depends on the work. If you're my wife, you should at least cook dinner and wait for your husband. If I don't eat, you can just eat at breakfast.
I do, but I don't eat that much in the morning. I just want you to let me know in advance. Why are you so mad at me?
Of course I'm mad. You called me, and now I'm losing all the motivation I had to get going. You're just a housewife who lounges around at home, and you're interrupting my work. I mean, give me a break. Who do you think feeds you?
Sorry. Well, I won't text you anymore. Ray, tell me if you need dinner and what time you'll be home. Just tell me when you're between projects.
I don't have time for that right now. That's the problem with full-time housewives lacking any common sense.
Sorry.
You're really pissing me off. You don't have to cook anymore.
What?
I'm not going back. Do you expect me to eat anything made by a bitchy wife? Who do you think you are questioning the head of the household? You should be ashamed of yourself, you piece of trash.
How dare you call me a piece of trash? But I understand. I'm not going to cook if you're not coming home. Good luck with your work.
Don't call me again.
Ray, I'm sorry. Can I talk to you for a minute? I have something important to tell you.
Huh? I told you not to contact me again, didn't I? Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding. It's really important. I know I'm interrupting your work, but I really need to talk to you.
I can't. I'm at work.
Well, then, will you come home today? I'll wait for you even if it's late at night.
I'm not coming home today either. I told you I'm busy.
You haven't come home for a week. Why don't you get in a better mood?
Shut up. What are you talking about? If you want to talk, just text it.
What the hell is that? You're being too cold. I told you I have something important to tell you.
I told you to hurry up and tell me. What a pain in the ass. I'm busy. I hope it's not something stupid.
Huh? You know, I've been saying I haven't been feeling well for the last 2 months.
Did you say something about that?
Why didn't you listen to me? I told you many times.
I don't know.
Well, okay, anyway. So yesterday I was in so much pain. I went to the doctor. Then I was told to go for a thorough examination. So, well,
What? What is it? Speak up.
Well, okay. It's like this. I've been told I have only 3 months to live.
What?
They found a tumor. I'm so shocked that I don't know what the doctors are talking about. The medical expenses are going to be enormous, And even then, there's no guarantee that it's going to work. The hospital I'm going to now can only give me symptomatic treatment, so I was told that I have only 3 months to live.
Seriously? Are they kidding?
I'd like to think it's a joke, but it doesn't seem real, and I think it's a dream, but it seems to be true. So the doctor asked me to come to the hospital with you next time.
I understand. I'll go with you. But I can't really get out of the work I'm doing right now, so I'll finish it as quickly as I can. Just give me 5 days.
Yeah, okay. I'm sorry. Thanks, Ray. Ray, have you finished your work? Call me when you're done. I'll be waiting for you with your favorite fried chicken. We need to have a long talk at home. Oh, you're serious? That's hilarious. What? Ray, what's wrong? This isn't Ray. It's your sister, Grace. Huh? Grace? Why you? You don't know my new contact, do you? I mean, I thought I was texting Ray right now. Ray is sleeping next to me, right? Huh? He's sleeping so soundly that he doesn't seem to have noticed your message, so I replied on his behalf. What the hell's going on? You're really stupid, aren't you? Didn't you notice at all up to now? Ray has been giving you the cold shoulder about being busy with work all this time, but you didn't suspect him of cheating on you even once. You're so obtuse, it's hilarious. Huh? Cheating? You mean you and Ray were having an affair? That's right. Ray being busy with work was all lie. He was really with me all the time. He hasn't been home even once this past week, has he? He was staying at my place the whole time. You have about 3 months to live, so he said he's going to stay at my place until you're gone. Huh? What's that? Ray cheating with you? Are you kidding? He said he would go to the hospital with me. He was worried about me. Why would he be worried about you? He said it would save him the trouble of getting a divorce and that he might get life insurance. He was so happy. He said he's going to marry me after you're gone. No way. Oh, I feel really sorry for you. Your husband got tired of you, cheated on you with your own sister, and now you only have 3 months to live. You've got to be kidding me. Stealing someone's husband? I'm not kidding. Isn't it worse to be stolen from? Well, anyway, Ray is getting married to me. We are going to have a gorgeous wedding when we get the insurance, so just disappear. You're a piece of work, you know that? You've been like that for a long time, messing around with other people's boyfriends. That's why you got kicked out of our parents' house, and you still haven't learned your lesson. Is it okay for you to go on like that? Your already short life will be even shorter. Well, I'd be more than happy if you went to the other side as soon as possible. Don't be silly. Wake Ray up immediately and give him the phone. Talking to him won't change anything. He hates you. We both agreed that we want you to go to the other side as soon as possible. You stay out of it. Anyway, I'm going to talk to him one way or another. Ray, are you awake?
What the hell? Leave me alone.
Grace told me everything. When did you guys start having an affair? When did you guys meet? Did you know Grace was my sister?
Oh, shit. Grace really told you? Oh, that's too bad you found out now.
Are you going to admit it? About the affair? You've been coming home late for work. And the morning trips home and the nights out were all lies to meet up with her?
Yeah, that's right. I ran into Grace on my way home from work 6 months ago, and we hit it off and started dating. I didn't know she was your sister until afterwards, but she is so beautiful that you look nothing alike. She's so different from her ugly, gloomy sister.
You're the worst. Don't be an idiot. Were you two making a fool of me?
That's about right. You were clueless and trying to read me. I thought I was gonna have a heart attack from laughing so hard. And that thing about only having 3 months to live?
Why would you? What did I ever do to you?
Nothing to me. Oh, if I had to say one thing, It would be making me marry a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Huh?
I heard you were jealous of Grace and kicked her out of your parents' house. You and your parents got together and disowned her for nothing. She has outrageously toxic parents and a toxic sister. I married you without knowing what an insidious person you were. The worst disgrace in my life.
Huh? What's that? It's a lie that I kicked her out. It was her to begin with.
I don't want to hear your lame excuses. You're a scumbag for kicking out your own sister. I don't want you here. Getting sick is your punishment. Suck on that.
You're a piece of shit. You and her are just alike. You're disgusting. I'm getting a divorce.
Fine, I'll divorce you. Too bad I won't get your life insurance. I wonder why Grace told you first. Well, she's cute in a careless way. If I can divorce you quickly and marry Grace soon, so be it.
Enjoy your happiness while it lasts. I'll definitely make you regret it.
What can you do? You only have 3 months to live.
That's why I'm going to do it thoroughly. I don't want to go to heaven with any regrets. Prepare yourselves. You're both assholes. I'll put a curse on you.
Hey, Cheryl, give me some money now.
Huh? A new scam? I have no use for scammers, so goodbye.
This is no time for jokes. Grace is in danger. She said she wasn't feeling well, so I sent her to the hospital, and I don't know what's wrong, but her internal organs are damaged. She needs an organ transplant or she'll be bedridden. But that's going to cost a lot of money.
Oh, wow. So?
What do you mean, so? So give me back the money I gave you. Register as a donor for your sister.
Even if you say it again, I won't understand. Why should I do that?
Because you're the only one. You're her sister, so you're the only one that might not be rejected for an organ transplant. Besides, you have a large sum of money.
By a sum of money, do you mean the compensation money that I hired a lawyer to charge you 2 months ago? And you want it back?
Shut up! Just hurry up and come to my house tomorrow. Sign the agreement. You've only got a few days to live. Give me the organ for your sister.
Who do you think you are? I don't owe you anything. And I'm not doing it for her either. I'm going to live to be 90, and I don't have any more of the compensation money. Why don't you, her husband, help her out?
Huh? What do you mean? You were told that you only had 3 months to live, right? And what do you mean there's no more money?
I'm sorry to bother you, but I'm cured.
What?
I took full advantage of the compensation money I got from you guys and got a referral to a hospital that can cure my disease. After surgery, hospitalization, and recuperation, it was like I was never sick at all.
Huh? You mean you're cured? What do you mean? I don't get it.
Do you understand my disease?
Wasn't it incurable?
Incurable diseases are not so common today. I said they found a tumor, right? I used my compensation money to have surgery to remove the tumor. I just got out of the hospital last week and I'm in rehab. They say I'll have no problems in the future and I won't have any side effects. I've used up all my compensation money, so I'm going to work hard from now on.
What? You're lying, right? No, then you have to help us even more.
Excuse me?
You got better with the money we gave you, right? Then it's like me and Grace saved you. Next time, it's your turn to help Grace, right?
Huh? What is this bonkers idiot misunderstanding? You said it was like you saved me. You abandoned your sick wife and switched. That's the exact opposite. Also, go look up the meaning of compensation money in the dictionary.
Grace is your sister. If she's your sister, you're supposed to help her.
She's not my sister. I've already broken ties with her. Besides, she deserved what she got, didn't she? That's the kind of life she's led.
She deserved it? How can you say that about Grace, who is suffering?
No, because, you know what? Do you know what made that woman sick in the first place?
What?
Did you hear the details of her illness? From the doctor directly, or from Grace?
No, I only heard roughly from Grace. She said she was born with a chronic illness that got worse.
A chronic illness she was born with? How is that possible when she was born so healthy? The cause of her illness is she's been having too many relationships with men.
What? Men?
She has always been very flamboyant in her relationships with men. Ever since high school, she has been seducing her classmates, seniors, juniors, and even teachers. She ran away from home and stayed with guys she met on social networking sites. She went to underground clubs and played around with multiple guys. For a while, she was a local celebrity, rumored to be dating gang members. My mother and I tried to talk to her many times, but to no avail. My boyfriend was also sleeping with her, and it was a real mess. So my parents and I couldn't take it anymore and kicked her out of the house. I don't know what she did after that, but well, I guess she went from one guy's house to another. Well, maybe it's all because of that. That's what made her sick.
Wait. That's not true. Grace said her parents abandoned her because she was sickly. She cried and said that you were jealous of her because she was prettier than you.
Wow, you must have been so moved by that kind of talk. She cried that she was the victim, and you bought it? What an idiot!
Because she was crying. She was crying because I was the only one on her side. Anyone would feel sorry for her.
That's funny. If crying was the only way to win, there would be no need for a trial. There are other guys besides you. She's been bragging about it on her social media accounts.
Lies, all lies. You're a liar. I don't believe you. Grace swore to be my wife and love only me. So there's no way in hell she's cheating on me with 3 other guys.
I don't know what you're talking about. A man who had an affair with his wife's sister?
That's...
Believe it or not, it's your choice. But for me, that's who my sister is.
Then why didn't you stop me?
Huh?
You knew Grace was that kind of girl, but you didn't stop me from marrying her.
Of course I didn't. When I heard you were planning to remarry Grace, I thought, oh shit. I had no obligation to help a fucking cheater, so I kept my mouth shut.
That's terrible.
I don't need a cheater to tell me that. I won't pay a dime or become a donor for a woman who deserves to have her insides ripped out for playing with men. Do you have any idea how much trouble we went through because of her? You don't have to depend on me. You have 4 men, and if you all work together, you can at least make enough money to pay for the surgery. You just have to be patient and wait for the donor. Well, good luck.
Hey, how about we get back together after all?
Huh? Are you kidding?
I'm serious. I just want to talk. Just give me a few minutes, anytime you like. Come to think of it, I only have you. Grace played with me, and I lost sight of true love. But now I know how much you meant to me.
It seemed you have misunderstood, so I'm going to tell you, I don't love you anymore. Besides, just looking at you will make me sick again, so I'll pass. Don't ever bother me again. Goodbye.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Cheryl!
I had been a housewife, but after finishing rehabilitation, I started working. I enjoyed a life of freedom, free from any restrictions. Then I received the news that Grace had passed away. Ray found out about Grace's 4-way affair and her past deeds, so he abandoned her and disappeared somewhere. It seems that some of Grace's unfaithful partners remained with Grace, but they could not help her financially and could not find a donor. Later, one of the men who took care of Grace was furious at the men who abandoned her and went around looking for their whereabouts. Ray, who had moved out, was also found and beaten to a pulp.
Riley, answer the phone. Hey, are you ignoring your mother? Mom, what's wrong? What do you mean, what's wrong? How many times have I called you and you ignore me? I'm sorry, Mom. I was on the train and didn't see your call. Huh? You're just a kid. You've been out this late? No, I was working late. Don't make excuses. Today is the 20th, so it's payday. I haven't received this month's money yet.
What? I told you before.
Huh?
The payday will be changed to the 15th of every month from now on.
Oh, I see.
So I can't transfer the money right away. Can you wait until the 15th of next month?
What are you talking about? That's still almost a month away. There's no way I can wait that long. I mean, your account balance isn't zero, right?
It's not zero, but...
Then you don't have to wait for your payday to transfer $2,000 from your account. You really are a stupid girl, aren't you?
I'm sorry. If I transfer the money now, it'll be hard to make it to next payday.
I don't give a shit about your life. I'm trying to support your sister, Mona, over here. You don't care if Mona can't eat?
That's...
Jesus Christ! Your father died in an accident after remarrying me. I had to raise his children, you girls, by myself. Twins, of all things. I've taken such good care of you. You should return the favor a little.
I am grateful to you for raising us, even though we aren't related by blood. But don't use Mona as a leverage.
Huh? I'm letting Mona go to high school because you asked me to. If you talk to me like that, I'll have Mona quit.
Please don't do that. I'll wire you the $2,000 right now.
Oh, you can afford it, can't you? Oh, that's right. I have a relative's wedding next month, so things will be tight. So transfer me the usual $2,000 plus $1,000, so $3,000.
I can't afford $3,000. I can't even pay my rent.
Yeah, so I don't care about that. If you get kicked out of your apartment, go live on the street. If you can't even send me a measly $3,000, then there's no point of making you work right out of junior high school.
What? You don't plan to work then? I live alone and have my own life. It's impossible for me to take care of all your living expenses too.
Look, I'm a housewife and I have to take care of the house. I don't have time to go to work. Besides, it was your decision to start living alone. Why don't you just commute from here? You went out of your way to get a job at a company so far away from home.
Well, Mona is there, so I wanted to commute from home too. But there wasn't a company nearby that would hire a junior high school graduate.
You're always making excuses like that, aren't you? If you insist on not transferring the money, you know what will happen to Mona, don't you?
Please, don't do anything to Mona.
Then transfer the money first thing tomorrow morning, okay?
Understood. Sis, it's Mona. Is this a good time? Mona, it's fine. Is it okay for you to text? Won't Mom get mad if she finds out? She's going to be out late tonight, so I'm sure it will be okay. I'll erase the whole history later. I see. Is something wrong, sis? What? Mom was yelling at someone on the phone earlier. I thought maybe it was you on the other end. Mona, you were worried about me, but I'm fine, thanks. It was the usual reminder to send money. I know. I'm sorry I put you through so much. Mom said she couldn't afford to send both twins to high school. She said one of us would have to work after middle school to pay the bills. That's why you agreed to let me go to high school. You don't have to worry about that at all. I've never been good at studying since I was in elementary school. I wanted to go out into the world without going to high school if I could, so you can enjoy your high school life to the fullest. Sis? But you're already a senior in high school, huh? Graduation will be here before you know it. Yeah, about that. What is it? I might be forced to quit high school. What? Why?
There's no more money to pay my tuition. Mom told me to drop out of high school and work. No way! She says she doesn't have any money, but I send her $2,000 every month. I'm sure there's still plenty left over from Dad's estate, right? She hasn't told me anything about that. I don't know how much money she actually has saved at home. I think she used up all the money Dad left us. What? Mom can't seem to stop buying brand-name clothes. I thought she was a sweet person when she first married Dad, but after he passed away, I guess her true colors started to show. Speaking of which, she asked me to deposit $3,000 this month. $3,000? A relative's wedding is coming up and things are tight, so she wants me to add $1,000. She never told me she was going to a wedding. Besides, she doesn't socialize with relatives very much. So she was lying to get money out of me. What a greedy person. She wants me to quit high school. I think she's already found a job for me. What? A job? Where? Well, it seems a friend of hers is opening a gentleman's club. She's already made arrangements for me to work there. Wait a minute. A gentleman's club is a nightclub. That's terrible. I didn't want to work in a nightclub either, so I asked her, if you don't have money, I'll get a part-time job. I just wanted to finish high school, but she seems intent on having me work in a nightclub no matter what. She wouldn't listen to me at all. She probably wanted me to work at night because it pays more than working during the day. I guess she wants me to make a quick buck and bring some money into the house. I can't believe it. She promised me that if I got a job, that she would let you finish high school. If I'd known you were going to go through this, I would never have left home. I'm sorry, Mona, that I couldn't protect you as your sister. What can you do? Your workplace was far from our house. You had no choice but to live alone. And when we say older and younger sister, you know, we're twins and the same age. You don't have to feel like you should protect your little sister. Don't beat yourself up like that. Mona, thank you. You've gotten stronger. Huh? Because when you were little, you always stuck to my side. You never left me saying, big sister, big sister. The bullies used to make you cry all the time, and I was so worried about you. I thought I had to protect you. Come on, that was a long time ago. I'm not the same person I was back then. So sis, I'm thinking of leaving this house too. What? I don't care if I have to drop out of high school to work, but I'll find a job on my own. Mona, I'm not going to be at her mercy. I want to decide my own life by myself. Don't you think so? If that woman hadn't spent father's inheritance, you might have been able to go to high school. Why should you and I have to endure so much? Our mother spent all the money our father left us. Now, she's squeezing your salary to the limit, right? But if I don't give her the money, Mona... Okay, so now I'm going to tell you. Mom, lately, she's been hitting me regardless of all that. What? Whenever she's in a bad mood, she starts hitting me. No way. It's not the first time we have been made to do chores. If she doesn't like the way I do things, she yells at me, or she makes me redo it. Honestly, I can't live with her anymore. I didn't know. I didn't know that you were being treated so badly. So, I've been thinking about when I'm going to move out, but she's always watching my every move. So I haven't had a chance to escape. But she's going on a trip with her friends in the middle of next month. I'm planning to leave then. It looks like the nightclub won't be open yet, so that's my only chance. I guess that's true. You're probably right. Mona, if there's anything I can do, let me know. I have the contact information of some of Dad's relatives. I'll talk to them about you. Okay, thanks. I'll text you again when Mom is out. Okay, let's clear the history of this conversation right away. We're not supposed to know each other's contact information. I'll see you later. I know it's going to be a while before I see you again, but take care of yourself. I'll be fine. Take care of yourself too, sis. Hey, come on. I haven't received this month's money. Riley? Answer me.
Good evening, Yasmin.
What? Yasmin? I'm your mother, right? Your mother. Who do you think you're talking to?
I don't think of you as my mother.
Huh? You're being unusually defiant, aren't you? Today is the 15th, so it's payday, right? Now go to the bank and send the money. If you're even a day late, I'll have your entire paycheck transferred to me. Otherwise, Mona will pay for it.
I'm not going to give you a single penny more.
Huh? How can you talk back to your mother?
I told you earlier, didn't I? I don't consider you my mother.
Well, that's okay. If you're going to be that cocky with me, you don't care what happens to Mona, do you?
You can't touch her. Not only can you not touch her, you'll never see her again.
Huh? Hey, Riley. Mona is nowhere to be found.
I told you, didn't I? I told you you'd never see each other again.
So you're the one who did this. Where is Mona? Almost everything in her room is gone.
Mona's belongings were removed by my father's relatives.
What? When did this happen?
She moved out while you were on vacation.
Moved? Then where is she?
I took Mona back to my place. She's not going back there.
Don't be silly. Mona's going to work for a friend of mine next month.
Your friend's place is a nightclub, right? Mona is still in high school.
I'll make her quit high school. Let Mona make some money. I need a break. My acquaintance is happy to have a young and beautiful girl like Mona in the place. Give Mona back to me.
No. I'll send Mona to high school as before, so turn your friend down.
I can't do that. I promised them that I would get Mona to work there.
You were the one who broke the promise first, weren't you?
Huh?
You said you'd let Mona go to high school if I graduated from junior high school and got a job. It's too much to ask her to quit in her senior year of high school.
It can't be helped. We don't have any money at home. We can't make ends meet with your money. I have no choice but to ask Mona to work too.
It's your fault we're strapped for cash. You're a spendthrift, but you don't even work. You just sit around at home.
Shut up! I did my best to raise you twins. I have the right to have it easy now.
And you threatened to hurt Mona if I didn't send money. I heard that you had been messing around with Mona regardless of the money I sent you. I was forcing myself to cut back on my living expenses to send you $2,000 to $3,000 so that you wouldn't hurt Mona. How dare you trick me?
Well, of course, there are times when I have to raise my hands on her in order to discipline her. I didn't mean to hurt her.
Oh, so you think it's discipline to hit her on a whim? You didn't even do any of the housework. You only pushed Mona to do it. And you yelled at her when you didn't like the way she did things. That's not discipline. That's just abuse.
I was just strictly instructing Mona so that she wouldn't be embarrassed when she got married in the future. Anyway, Mona will never quit high school. I would even like Mona to go to college if she can. She's so talented. But that's for Mona to decide. You've got to be kidding. You're ruining my plans. I'm going to get Mona back. I'll make sure I get Mona home, and I'll make sure I remind her that she disrespected me. I told you it's impossible. Mona, the one you were holding hostage, is already here. She's not going to go back there on her own. You don't know where Mona is. You probably won't see her again for the rest of your life. Huh? Are you planning to cut ties with me? Of course we are. Mona and I will never have anything to do with you again. Are you abandoning your mother? Mother? The only mother I have is my own mother, who went through the pain of giving birth to us. But I raised you guys, didn't I? I'm more of a foster parent than a birth parent. I'm grateful to you for taking care of me for a few years after my father died. But you have used us sisters like slaves, haven't you? How can you act like a mother after treating us so badly? If that's the case, I'll go to your company. I'll go to your company and say, she's an ogre who wants to abandon her mother. What? Do you know where I work? Of course I do. It's Swiftscape Innovations in the next city over. I already changed jobs. Huh? When I was working for Swiftscape, one of their clients asked me if I wanted to work for them. Swiftscape hired me as a junior high school graduate and took care of me a lot, so it was hard to decide. Their client's company had a good benefits package and paid well. My boss at the time seemed willing to let me go, so I decided to take the plunge and change jobs. A job change? Why didn't you tell me, your mother, about such an important thing? Why didn't you tell me first? Even if I told you, you wouldn't have been interested, right? You've always been indifferent to us sisters. You've never come to a single class meeting. And when I got a rare high score on a test, you didn't care, did you? That's why I only told Mona about my new job. Well then, if I can't get to you through your company? Yes. It's no use trying to get into our house. I moved to a different place because of my new job. No way. Also, I've already processed all the paperwork through the local municipal offices, so you won't be able to find us. You can't get close to me or Mona. Of course, I'll stop sending you money as of last month. Wait a minute. I can't survive without your money. You can take Mona away, but just keep sending money. What are you talking about? There's no need to send money when she's no longer in your house. I'm your mother, right? Can you still say that? Hey, I apologize for what I've done. I'm also sorry for hurting Mona. So don't tell me you are going to stop sending money. You know what? I don't care if it's half of what you've been sending. Just send me half the money. I refuse. Huh? On the contrary, I want you to give me back what I've been sending you. I don't want anything to do with you anymore, so I'll let you have what I've sent you so far. Well then, Yasmin, thank you for everything you've done for me. Goodbye. Wait a minute. Riley? Thus abandoned by her daughters, our stepmother, Yasmin, reluctantly started working part-time to make ends meet. However, since she has not worked at all for the past few years, relying on my salary, she is not very good at what she does and is constantly being yelled at by her boss. According to rumors I heard from a local junior colleague, my stepmother, perhaps due to fatigue and stress, has started to look about 20 years older than she really is. My sister was taken in by my aunt and uncle on my father's side, who cooperated fully with our escape plan. She also went to high school from our aunt and uncle's house and recently graduated without incident. After that, she received a scholarship to go to college, and now my sister is living on her own. I cannot thank my aunt and uncle enough. As for me, I have more money to spare now that I no longer send money to my stepmother. I recently moved into a slightly larger apartment. Although I live far away from my sister, I would like to continue to live life supporting each other.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.